questions that always come up is, well, the NWF, they're just a backyard wrestling league, or they were just a backyard wrestling league. And I take great offense to that. And I mean this sincerely, guys. All you out there who think we were backyard wrestling, let me remind everybody, backyard wrestling, the terminology, the phrase backyard wrestling hadn't even existed in the 1980s. It didn't happen yet. Backyard wrestling is a product of the 90s, of a guy jumping off a roof, landing on the guy on the plywood table, landing on fluorescent bulbs and thumbtacks and everything else. That's backyard wrestling. Okay, we never did anything like that. We did everything in the ring. We wrestled in the ring just like you seen on the AWA, the NWA, or the WWF of the day. And I say of the day because they weren't doing hurricanratas and power bombs and all these other, triple flips off the top rope. Those high-risk maneuvers weren't happening yet, folks. They were just traditional body slams, suplexes, elbow drops, hip tosses, your basic moves. Figure four leg locks, Boston crabs, basic moves. And those were the kind of moves that we were doing in the NWF. And we were doing it in a ring. And the difference was we were kids. But we were trying to do it professionally. So we weren't just another backyard wrestling league. Backyard wrestling is a whole different product. It's a different era than the NWF. So yeah, I do take great offense to anybody who thinks we're some kind of backyard wrestling league, because we weren't. And, something I'll tell you, I've had a lot of independent promoters all over the country since I wrote my book, contact me and say, I've read your book and I want to just say what you did was remarkable. You have a lot more organization skills than a lot of independent leagues I know and independent promoters I know to this day. And I take that as a compliment, We really were just an independent wrestling league. The only difference is we did it with young kids, with teenagers, and that was really the difference. And then other people say, well, why would people want to watch a bunch of kids wrestle, instead of watching adults? Well, guys, you have to remember the show was on the air every week. And we had storylines happen on every show, matches take place, rivalries get developed. And it doesn't matter if you're kids or adults. If you have something that's entertaining and some kind of storyline that's entertaining, people are going to eventually become fans. It's that simple. And that's really all I can really tell you about it. But no, I don't consider ourselves a backyard wrestling league. I never have. And, whether people agree with me or not, it's their opinion too. But as far as I'm concerned, no, we have nothing to do with backyard wrestling.